Our top focus this afternoon, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who is on a two-day visit to India, today met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi and held Indo-German Intergovernmental Consultations. IGC is a unique, broad format dialogue chaired by the both leaders with members of cabinet participating from both sides. 22 pacts or agreements were signed between the two countries after the talks. Let's get some perspective now, and for that we are joined by Sreeram Chaulia. He is a strategic affairs analyst. Mr. Chaulia, welcome to Midday Prime. How significant has this visit of Angela Merkel to Delhi been in terms of strategic cooperation between India and Germany, considering that Prime Minister said that India and Germany are on the same page on challenges like terrorism and extremism, and Prime Minister also invited several German companies to invest in defense corridors in Tamil Nadu and UP.
That's right, Munmun. I mean, it rests on two legs. This bilateral partnership has trade, commerce and technology transfer and climate change and all those softer issues, but also counter-terrorism and intelligence sharing, as well as defense manufacturing. So if we talk about the second set, the Germans, as the leaders of the EU, have a pretty extensive intelligence network in Europe to track radical jihadist groups and far-right extremists, and they have been facing many attacks across the continent, including from ISIS and other groups. So, the movement of terrorist groups and their communications, they do intercept, and I think we are looking forward to cooperation with them to make sure that no anti-India elements are misusing European soil or transiting through that area. The second thing I would say is that, as you mentioned, the cutting edge new area, the new fields, artificial intelligence, also green mobility. Green mobility, if you remember the Delhi metro, some of the coaches were manufactured in Germany. And I think Angela Merkel is also scheduled to visit one of the Delhi metro stations. But apart from that, since that time, 2009, when we first started this cooperation in public transport, it has moved quite ahead, and Germany has got, blueprints for carbon neutral transportation and all these kinds of new emerging ideas. So like Japan in Asia, Germany is one of the front runners in these fields, and in tackling climate change. So I think we will need more and more German support. That's what Prime Minister was emphasizing, because without a major industrial and technologically advanced powerhouse, as Prime Minister called it, our own developmental journey will be incomplete. So Prime Ministers always made an effort to combine our developmental needs and diplomacy, and this is the coming together of those things. Arun mentioned smart cities, smart farms for agriculture, and skill development. The Germans are the most advanced in their vocational education system, and Prime Minister has been trying to bring that model here to train, because we have ITIs and such things in India, but they have not really gone up to the skill levels that we need to rev up our economic growth. So these are the areas, I think, where I think Germany is going to be pivotal for our growth and for our rise.
And now we know that the meeting is on between the leaders and the CEOs of India as well as Germany. What can one expect from this meeting in terms of particularly the BTIA, the bilateral broad-based trade and investment agreement between India and the European Union that is to be negotiated between the two
Well,
sides?
the India-EU FTA, has been stuck for 11 years. It started 2007. There are some sectors on which we have not been able to find convergence. For example, automobiles. Germany is a big manufacturer and exporter of automobiles, but of course their companies are here and they are manufacturing right here in India. But at the same time, there are other European countries and manufacturers that want open access to Indian market. They also want greater market access in wines and spirits and such sectors. On the other hand, India, we have wanted freer movement of our people, skilled personnel. And it's good to see there is an agreement today signed in front of the two leaders on mobility of our service personnel, because that's where our services is where our strength is, and we want to export more to the EU. And Germany, as the leader of the EU, can push the things forward. And I think we have always, whenever Prime Minister Modi and Angela Merkel have met, and they have met multiple times across different venues, we have been trying to fast forward the India-EU FTA, and in fact there's a new energy and there is a hope that eventually we'll reach it. But as our Commerce Minister mentioned a few days ago, it will take time, because there are many sectoral level objections. But the more we engage at the top level with Germany, the easier the process is eventually for us to move ahead with the bilateral investment treaty with the EU.
Another interesting MOU that was signed, Sreeram Chaulia, was the MOU for setting up academic collaboration between India and Germany on Ayurveda, yoga and meditation. We've seen a lot happen over the past 5 years, particularly in the field of people-to-people contacts and exchanges. There are 15,000 Indian students who study in various colleges and universities in Germany. There was earlier a demand that was also raised to have mutual recognition of qualifications between the two sides. How will yoga, meditation and Ayurveda take this people-to-people relationship between the two sides forward?
Well, Moon, you know, Angela Merkel mentioned in her statement that India is a big, diverse country, and I cannot understand it fully even in a 2-day trip like this. But still, she said, back home in Germany, the level of comprehension of India's cultural greatness is quite limited. And this is despite the fact that you go back in time to Max Muller and all the famous German scholars who came and studied Sanskrit and translated these works for the Europeans and opened the Indian civilization to the West. Germany was a big medium for it. But somewhere we lost that connection. Prime Minister has been emphasizing, India's greatest heritage, Ayurveda, yoga especially. These should travel. Whenever we have International Yoga Day, the Germans have been participating. Our embassy there has been mobilizing people. But I would still say that the level of understanding of India's greatness is still limited, especially among the younger generation in Germany. So creating more educational synergy and having students mobility and exchange of faculty both in scientific and in social science arenas will make a big difference, because and languages as well. I think this is the area where Hindi, Sanskrit as well as German are all considered to be Indo-European languages, and they have some commonalities at vocabulary and grammar and syntax, and we have not really energized that and leveraged that. So I think the cultural diplomacy, I saw Prime Minister and Angela Merkel both nodding, especially on this issue. It shows that diplomacy is not all about trade and commerce and about defense and making money. It's also about building the people-to-people networks, and the fact that we have intergovernmental consultations, Moon, is a big deal, because remember, she brought more than 12 of her cabinet ministers with her, and their counterparts are sitting on the other side. This is not just a pure summit between the top leaders. It is a summit between the entire ministerial format as well as the business community of two sides. That shows how comprehensive this relationship is. We call it strategic relationship, Moon. Many people think, well, strategic means there must be like joint military coordination against a third country, to counterbalance against China or something. No, this is a very different type of strategic relationship. It is one where we are saying when the economics is big, when the trade and commerce are big, when the people-to-people become thick and strong, that also is strategic, and this is Europe's leader, number one power of the liberal Western world today, in the absence of the US, and they are coming here, they are endorsing our diversity, our democracy, and she is praising Mahatma Gandhi, and she is really reaffirming the faith of the world in our Prime Minister's leadership, because there have been some misguided criticisms of what we are doing in Kashmir and all that. Nothing of the sort. Angela Merkel is saying India is a great country, and everybody in Europe is keen on investing and shaking hands with us and in working with us. That, I think, is a level of recognition and strategic partnership.
You said that diplomacy is not just about hard diplomacy, it's also about soft diplomacy, and sports would be part of that soft diplomacy outreach by India as well as by Germany to each other. Well, an MOU has been signed between All India Football Federation as well as the DFB. We know that Germany is one of the world leaders in soccer, and there are a number of football or soccer lovers in India as well. So can such cooperation bring people of the two countries closer?
Well, definitely, plus also the transfer of skills, even in a soft field like sports. I mean, the NBA, the National Basketball Association of the US, has come here and has moved, and President Trump was very happy about it at the Howdy Modi event. He specially mentioned that. And now Angela Merkel is bringing German football here. It is going to raise our standards. And remember, we often underperform in the Olympics and in big global events, and we fail to even qualify for the World Cups in soccer. So we have a long way to go in some emerging, these new sporting areas which have been neglected. So to have German coaches or to be trained in German academies for our players to get access to that, just imagine the kind of boost it will get, because they are the best in the world. They are almost always in the World Cup finals or have been champions for the last few occasions. So it just shows how much there is that Germany can transfer to us, and we could benefit from this. So this is a win-win partnership. They, as Arun was saying, they gain market access, and they want to have a large emerging country like India to promote the EU values of combating climate change and democracy and multilateralism. Dr. Jaishankar, our foreign minister, met with his Heiko Maas, the German counterpart, on the sidelines of today's summit, and he mentioned especially that we have multilateralism, which is a common bond. Germany believes in that, and so does India, in regionalism and multilateralism. Today's world, those are in short supply. So from sports to keeping up the liberal world order, India and Germany are together.
And on the issue of climate change, the Prime Minister referred to the various MOUs across fields like innovation, high technology, energy, etc., and said that all this will serve the purpose of combating climate change. So there may not have been a specific MOU on combating climate change, but a definite step in that direction during the fifth round of the Intergovernmental Consultations, isn't it?
Oh, most definitely. You know, the Germans, in fact, Angela Merkel praised India for doing very fast-paced renewable energy production. She mentioned the gigawatts, and she said that I can only congratulate you for that, because the Europeans place very, very high stakes on climate diplomacy. And on that sphere, they know that India is one of the few large developing countries which is actually making rapid progress in terms of relatively speaking, in terms of reducing emissions, but also moving to alternatives. So green mobility, for example, ties into this concern of the Europeans, because if we are able to develop the smart cities which have fewer carbon emissions, and this is an area where some German cities are very, very advanced, that's the area where, practical level, the two countries can come together and reduce. I mean, we are talking about the emergency in Delhi with pollution. Those things can be, really swept aside through international cooperation. It's not just a domestic issue. And this is the area where I think on climate, Germany thinks India is a leader. And Germany has honored our Prime Minister repeatedly and has mentioned in very strong terms that he is the one big hope of the entire developing world, because he is leading a giant country with 1.2 billion people in a way where our carbon footprint is being lessened. And I think that's a huge contribution to global governance and global good, something that the liberal politicians in Europe like Angela Merkel, they care a lot about it. So be it Emmanuel Macron of France or Angela Merkel of Germany, for them this matters tremendously, because India seems to be taking the lead and showing the way to other developing countries on how to move towards wind and solar and nuclear and other forms. Germany, in fact, has even given up nuclear lately, and therefore the prices of energy have gone up in Germany. But they are therefore investing more in alternatives and renewables, and they are willing to transfer because it's a competitive market. They know India, solar panels, for example, installation of those. I mean, why should we only buy from China? Why can't we take some from Germany and from other countries? So I think they are looking at these options. After Brexit, our companies are going to move more towards the continental Europe, and there, Germany is the largest economy, is the biggest trading partner. So there are lots of, blue horizons facing the two countries.
Absolutely. So post-Brexit, if and when that happens, the economic cooperation between India and Germany is only going to get stronger. Thank you, Dr. Sreeram Chaulia, for having joined us on Midday Prime.
इस वक्त हमारे साथ श्रीराम चौलिया जी विशिष्ट मेहमान भी जुड़े हुए हैं, जो विदेशी मामलों के विशेषज्ञ। बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका चौलिया जी। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने जो वक्तव्य दिया, उसमें शुरुआत में उन्होंने ये बात कही कि जो नई और उन्नत तकनीक है वो महत्वपूर्ण है हमारे लिए। उन्होंने आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का भी जिक्र किया, उन्होंने न्यू इंडिया का जिक्र किया। जो आज समझौते हुए हैं, उनके महत्व को आप न्यू इंडिया के परिप्रेक्ष्य में, आलोक में समझने की कोशिश करें तो कितना महत्वपूर्ण मानते हैं?
जी ममता जी, देखिए, तकनीक के क्षेत्र में जर्मनी का मुकाबला तो शायद अमेरिका भी नहीं कर सकता है, खासतौर पे इंडस्ट्रियल टेक्नोलॉजी। सो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जो बात छेड़ी है, प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा और एंजेला मर्केल ने भी उसी पर ज़्यादा तवज्जो दी, क्योंकि ये ऐसे कटिंग एज क्षेत्र हैं जिसमें जर्मनी की जो इंडस्ट्रियल बेस हैं, उनकी जो साइंटिफिक एस्टेब्लिशमेंट काफ़ी आगे हैं। तो प्रधानमंत्री जी की जो विकास केंद्रित कूटनीति रहती है, उसमें जर्मनी बहुत बड़ा भागीदार है। और प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा कि 2022 जब हमारे 75 साल होंगे आज़ादी के, तो उसमें जर्मनी का कितना बड़ा किरदार होगा, ये देखिए हम गिनती भी नहीं कर सकते हैं। लेकिन गिनती भी करें तो देखिए व्यापार कैसा है, 24 बिलियन डॉलर की हमारी आपसी बायलैटरल ट्रेड है, और जर्मनी की तरफ से निवेश जो हमारा आया है कुल मिलाकर पिछले 15 सालों में 12 बिलियन डॉलर से ज़्यादा है। जर्मनी की बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां यहाँ पे उद्योग बनाए रखे हैं। DHL है, उनकी कोरियर कंपनी है, बॉश है, वोल्क्सवागन है, डाइमलर है, बड़े बड़े जो ऑटोकार बनाने वाली फैक्ट्रियां खुली है भारत में, हम और भी चाहते हैं ताकि हमारे आम लोगों को रोजगार मिले। तो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एक और बात कही, एग्रीकल्चर, ये भी एक क्षेत्र है। देखिए ममता जी, जिसमें आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का एग्रीकल्चर में क्या महत्व है, ये एक उभरता हुआ क्षेत्र है और इसमें जर्मनी काफी आगे है। जैसे वो कहते हैं कि स्मार्ट फार्म्स, स्मार्ट सिटीज तो हमने पहले कर रखे, जिसमें जर्मनी के शहर और उनकी जो अर्बन प्लानिंग है, उनकी जो पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल वगैरह, उससे हम सीख सकते हैं। लेकिन स्मार्ट फार्म्स भी होते हैं जिसमें ड्रोन टेक्नोलॉजी होती है, जिसमें रोबोट्स होते हैं, उसके जरिए से खेती उपज कैसे बढ़ाई जाए, एक नई ग्रीन रिवोल्यूशन की दरकार है हमें, इस सब में मददगार रहेगी
जी। और चौले जी, इसीलिए एग्रीकल्चर मार्केट डेवलपमेंट, इसको लेकर भी एक समझौते पर आज हस्ताक्षर हुए हैं। चौले जी, जैसे आपने व्यापार की बात की, तो पहले इसी को बात को आगे बढ़ाना चाहूंगी कि एंजेला मर्केल ने भी अपने वक्तव्य में इस बात को कहा कि उनके साथ जो प्रतिनिधि मंडल आया है उसमें बहुत सारी एसएमईज कंपनीज के प्रतिनिधि हैं जो आए हैं। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने भी इस बात को कहा कि सीईओज के साथ भी महत्वपूर्ण बैठक होने वाली है। हम भी अपने देश में एमएसएमई सेक्टर को आगे बढ़ाने की कोशिशें कर रहे हैं और जर्मनी की भी 135 कंपनियां ऐसी हैं जिनको फैसिलिटेट भारत कर रहा है कि वो भारत में आकर काम कर सके। किस तरह आप स्कोप देखते हैं, संभावना देखते हैं इन कंपनियों का आपस में मिलकर आगे बढ़ना और दोनों देशों के बीच जो लगातार व्यापार को बढ़ाने की बात कर रहे हैं उन लक्ष्यों को भी हासिल करना?
जी ममता जी, देखिए एमएसएमई वही सेक्टर है जिसमें सबसे ज्यादा रोजगार प्राप्त होता है और बड़े इंडस्ट्रीज तो खैर मैंने कुछ नाम भी बताए जो बड़ी जर्मन कंपनियां यहाँ पे पहले से कई सालों से कर रही है निवेश, मुनाफा भी कमा रही है। लेकिन एमएसएमई उनके जो क्षेत्र है उसमें बहुत सैकड़ों ऐसे नाम हैं जो आम लोग जानते नहीं हैं, लेकिन जो इलेक्ट्रिकल इक्विपमेंट हो, स्पेयर पार्ट्स हो, इस तरह की जो बहुत ही एडवांस्ड एरियाज हैं, उन क्षेत्रों में उनका काफ़ी बहुत ही अग्रसर है वो। तो वो हम चाहेंगे कि वो भी आए यहाँ पे, जो मीडियम साइज की कंपनियां खोलें और साथ साथ में व्यापार भी बढ़ता रहे, क्योंकि हमारी ज़रूरत भी है। एक विकासशील देश को तकनीकी ज़रूरतें हैं, नॉलेज ट्रांसफ़र, टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफ़र, जिसकी प्रधानमंत्री जी हमेशा जिक्र करते हैं। साथ साथ इंपोर्ट भी, हमें कुछ ऐसे प्रोडक्ट्स, इंटरमीडिएट पार्ट्स जो कहते हैं, जिससे कि हमारी मेक इन इंडिया आगे बढ़े। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एक और बहुत ही अहम बात कही ममता जी कि डिफेंस कॉरिडोर्स, महाराष्ट्र और तमिलनाडु दो ऐसे हमारे राज्य हैं जहां पे हम चाहते हैं कि बड़े पैमाने पर हथियार इंडिजिनस तौर पे बनाए जाएं और इसमें भी हम चाहेंगे कि जर्मनी की जो टेक्नोलॉजी, उसकी जो इंडस्ट्रियल बेस है, उनकी कई कंपनियां हैं। आमतौर पे लोग जर्मनी को सैनिक मामलों में पीछा समझते हैं। जरूर कहूंगा कि ब्रिटेन और फ्रांस के मुकाबले यूरोप में जर्मनी की बड़ी फौज नहीं है। वो ऐतिहासिक वजहों से दूसरे विश्व युद्ध के बाद उन्होंने मिलिट्री पे उतना जोर नहीं दिया, लेकिन उनकी कुछ ऐसे कंपनियां हैं जो ड्यूअल यूज प्रोडक्ट्स बनाती हैं, तो इनमें हमारा बहुत फायदा है कि उनके साथ मिलकर काम करें। वो टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर भी देने के लिए तैयार है, साथ साथ वो मार्केट एक्सेस करना चाहते हैं। इसलिए वो प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा कि विन विन है। यही है एंजेला मर्केल का भी मकसद, क्योंकि देखिए जर्मनी यूरोप का तो लीडर है ही, लेकिन वो चाहता है कि एक बड़े विकासशील देश जो लोकतांत्रिक हो, जो भारत हो, उसके साथ मिलकर कदम बढ़ाए।
चौले जी, आपने ये जो विन विन की बात की, एंजेला मर्केल ने भी आने से पहले कहा था ये कि दोनों देशों के लिए जो भी बातचीत हो रही है, आगे बढ़ रही है, वो दोनों के लिए विन विन सिचुएशन क्रिएट करती है। लेकिन संक्षेप में आपसे जानना चाहूंगी कि दोनों ही नेताओं ने ये भी बात कही कि सतत विकास के जो लक्ष्य है और सतत विकास की दिशा में आगे बढ़ना और पर्यावरण संरक्षण के साथ, यानी जलवायु परिवर्तन के साथ अपने विकास को आगे लेकर जाना, इस पर दोनों राष्ट्राध्यक्षों ने जोर दिया है। आपको लगता है कि जिस तरीके के समझौते हुए हैं ये भी इस दिशा में हमारे देश को भी आगे बढ़ने में सहायता करेंगे?
देखिए जर्मनी इस क्षेत्र में भी एक तरह से एक नेता है, यूरोप का ही नहीं विश्व का नेता माना जाता है, क्योंकि जो जलवायु परिवर्तन जो समझौता हुआ था पेरिस में 2015 में, उसमें जर्मनी की आशा है कि भारत जो सबसे बड़ा विकासशील देश है, जो लोकतांत्रिक हैं, वो आगे लेकर जाए। क्योंकि एंजेला मर्केल अभी भी उदारवादी खेमे में है। वो ट्रंप जो बाहर निकल गए थे पेरिस अकॉर्ड से, वो खासा नाराज है। यूरोपीय जो देश हैं वो देख रहे हैं कि चीन और भारत, ये जो बड़े विकासशील देश है, इनसे इनकी अब आजकल ज्यादा उम्मीदें हैं कि हम भी उनके साथ भागीदार बने इस जो एक संघर्ष है हमारा कि वातावरण को किस तरह हम संरक्षित करें। और इसमें देखिए क्लाइमेट कार्बन कैप्चर टेक्नोलॉजी हो या फिर क्लीनर ऑल्टरनेटिव, उन्होंने खासतौर पे एंजेला मर्केल ने प्रधानमंत्री जी की बधाई दी कि आप जो गीगावाट जितने 75 से ज्यादा रिन्यूएबल में कर रहे हैं हम विंड और सोलर में, इसमें भी जर्मनी की विंड और सोलर टेक्नोलॉजी है और हम चाहेंगे कि ज्यादा टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर हो कि जल्द से जल्द हमने जो अपने लिए जो गोल्स बनाए हैं क्लाइमेट चेंज में रोकने के लिए, क्योंकि आज देखिए अब जैसे एंजेला मर्केल पहुंची दिल्ली तो देखिए हवा इतनी प्रदूषित थी, तो हम जरूर चाहेंगे कि एक तरह से इसको कैसे बदला जाए और इसमें जर्मनी का बड़ा मेरे ख्याल से योगदान रहेगा क्योंकि उनके पास टेक्नोलॉजी है।
जी बिल्कुल, और जो आज समझौते हुए हैं वो ये दिखाते हैं कि किस तरीके से दोनों देश न्यू इंडिया के लिए नई तकनीक के साथ आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं। पीपल टू पीपल कॉन्टेक्ट की भी बात हुई है, किस तरीके से आयुर्वेद, मेडिटेशन और शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में भी दोनों के बीच समझौते हुए हैं। यानी आने वाले वर्षों में ये उम्मीद कर सकते हैं कि बहुत आगे और नए आयाम हासिल करेंगे दोनों देश मिलकर। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया चौलिया जी हमारे साथ इस चर्चा में हिस्सा लेने के लिए।